Today we are with John Wark. He played for Middlesbrough, Liverpool and Ipswich. He mostly played for Ipswich and he even scored 2 World Cup goals for Scotland. What is the biggest difference between football today and when you played?
I think when we played, I might be wrong saying this, but I think we had a lot of better players with a better attitude, and we played in not the best pitches, you know what I mean? The pitches nowadays are very, very good, and I just think we had a lot of top players who enjoyed football and wanted to win. I know everybody wants to do that, but I still think to this day our age, our 70s and 80s was far harder than it is now.
Do footballers train as hard today as back then?
No. I think the footballers today are their fitness, they're into everything, and they check all their injuries and whatever. In my day, I didn't train a lot. But I was okay for the games. I turned up when it mattered, like Saturday. I sometimes kidded on I was injured and I wouldn't turn up to training until Friday. But it didn't do me any harm, and it helped me because I played to a late age.
What was football like before technology like VAR?
Oh, that's the thing with me. When we never had VAR when I played, and thank goodness, because I don't think it does the game good. It stops the game. It means you can't, go crazy if you score a goal. It stops, and you've got to wait for so long before they decide if it's a goal or not. So in our day, the referees let things go, and a goal was a goal. VAR, for me, I couldn't handle it, personally.
If you were 10 now, what skill would you practice most to be a top player?
Well, when I was a top player, I was somebody who had worked hard, scored goals, very good in the air, you know what I mean? But for me, it was probably the fitness, just keep fit, all the time if you can. And if you're fit for the game, you can play a long, long time. See, I started playing football when I was 17, and I played right up till I was 39. But a lot of times, I didn't train. But that's just the way it is. I think you've just got to, and you've got to have that great attitude, that you don't want to lose games and you want to win them. That's what you've got to have.
Do you think a player today would find it easier or harder if they played back then?
I think they would find it harder, because we used to as well. Another thing, we used to get stuck in, kick a few players and you get away with it, you know what I mean? Nowadays you can't do that. And I just think the conditions weren't the best, the pitches weren't as good as they are now, and the players were stronger and more physical. So I think people would find it hard, way back in my day.
Do you have any stories about when you played against Brazil in the World Cup?
Yes, I've got one. The first thing, I'll tell you about the whole game. The first thing happened was we scored first, Scotland, so we got them annoyed, and then we lost the game 4-1. But they had so many great players, Zico, Eder, Falcao. But the final whistle goes, and Zico, number 10 for Brazil, people wanted to swap shirts. And Kenny Dalglish, who was one of our best players, went over to Zico. Can we swap shirts? And Zico goes, no. The next minute, Alan Hansen, another player, jogs over towards Zico, and Zico goes, no. So Zico walks towards me, and as he walks towards me, I turn around and think there's somebody behind me, and he goes, swap. he wanted to swap my shirt. But the reason was he collected number 10s and I was number 10. So when I got in the dressing room, I've got the best shirt in the world, number 10. And I go, no, to the manager, and the manager, he goes crazy because we lose the game, blah, blah, blah. But then that shirt, I gave it away to a charity in Ipswich and it made loads of money because it was the next shirt, like from Pele. He was the next best player. So I got the best shirt from Brazil.
Thank you very much for joining us. I really appreciate it.
No problem. I enjoyed myself as well as what you've just said yourself, and you've done really well asking the questions.
Thank you for watching this video.